Right, in front of me here at the show we have Karen Walker from the Multiple System Atrophy Trust. Is that right?
That's absolutely
Thank
right.
you. Karen, the trust is basically a partner of the Cereal Show, and Karen's going to tell us all about it. What's the connection with the show? First of all, I think it's the best place to start.
Well, the connection with the show is down to Gregor, who is the owner of the Thoresby estate, and his aunt, Sarah Matheson, was the founder of our charity, which we can call MSA Trust, makes it a bit easier. And the MSA Trust was set up by Sarah back in 1997 when she could not find any information about this terrible progressive neurological disorder. And sadly it leads to premature death, and it is a very, very debilitating disease. It's often mistaken initially for Parkinson's, and then people get a new diagnosis 2 or 3 years in when none of the Parkinson's drugs are working. And so Sarah used to come and spend time here when Gregor's father owned the estate, and she would come and enjoy times in the woods and on lovely long walks. She was a very active person, and so that makes it all the more poignant that she ended up needing 24/7 care. And she spent her last few years in Nottinghamshire at the home of her sister, which was quite close by, and being cared for by her and a whole phalanx of carers. So we're here as the charity partners and feel very fortunate.
And you're getting 50% of the
Ticket sales.
ticket sales.
Yes.
And so that's going to be really big for the trust, yes?
It's huge
Yes.
for the trust.
Yes.
We're quite a small organisation. We have a total staff team of 17, of which a large number obviously are out in the regions, specialist neuro nurses, and they support people living with the condition. But the other thing, of course, that Sarah was desperate that we should do would be to study and research and try to find the cure. So to get the opportunity to come and reach out to people who probably don't know anything about it is really, really important to us, and it's just, it's a fantastic opportunity to do that. And also we want to be able to show them Sarah's Wood and what we're trying to create, and the idea of trying to give hope to people with MSA that actually this is a beautiful Sherwood oak woodland that we are growing, and that they're here from the very beginning, and although they won't see the end result, actually the end result is all about building hope for the future and hope for finding the cure. So we're really looking forward to welcoming people into our little area, where we have been holding plantings over the last 5 years. We began to develop the woodland 5 years ago, and we hold get-togethers here in the woods on every year, and we also we lay a brick path, hopefully to Sarah's tree eventually, and people purchase the bricks, and we have a wonderful time.
And that's what we can see, the burgeoning start of the woodland over there.
Yes, you see all the lovely protective
Grow tubes, yes.
protective bits around the trees.
So basically that's going to be in the middle of the showground.
It is, yes.
So everybody's going to see it.
Yes.
And you will get maximum publicity for a very well-deserved cause.
Well, hopefully. And I mean, we do know that one of the key things about this condition is that people end up feeling very isolated, very alone, and it hits people totally indiscriminately. So we cannot say that there's any family connection. There's, the research that's been done so far doesn't indicate any kind of hereditary condition, but so therefore it can just strike anyone. And usually it strikes in the early 50s, and people probably don't survive much beyond 7 to 9 years.
Yes.
And Sarah, from her point of diagnosis, passed away 6 years later in 1999. And indeed her funeral service was held here at the little church in Pearlthorpe.
I take it that on the show days, people will be able to visit the wood and visit you at your stand in the wood, and you can tell them all about it.
Yes, we're really looking forward to welcoming people in and to showing them the woods and telling them about what we're doing. And we hope that they might want to become involved and even to ask us to plant trees on their behalf, you know, in the slightly colder weather. But we're really looking forward to telling them all about us. Thank you.
Thank you.